So now we will discuss the explained part of the COLs. There are three steps of explaining the COLs, which is step 1, the literature review. With a group of 2 or more members, search for at least 3 to 5 peer-reviewed research articles that talk about the effectiveness of being a member of COLs. So example, based on the research article we reviewed, many studies shows that COLs positively affect teachers' professional growth. One study found that collaboration among teachers improved their teaching practices and confidence inside the classroom. Another study showed that participation and professional learning communities help improve students' performance in mathematics and science. So these are the common findings from the studies, which are COLs encourage collaboration and teamwork among teachers. They improve teaching strategies and classroom management. Teachers become more confident and motivated. So in step 2, which is sharing, you have to take note of the findings of the literatures read and present these through a presentation software, which is PPT. You have to also highlight the key points from the presentations and synthesize them by asking how COLs can help in the professional development of mathematics and science teachers. Now, in step 3, exploring free COLs. Look for free COLs in mathematics or science teaching and learning, where you can sign up. After signing up, participate in the discussion or any activity in the COL and share the results of your experience to the whole class. After which, consider going back again to your learning plan and analyze how you may maximize or use the COL as that you have explored. So the examples of the free COLs in mathematics are GeoGebra Community, National Council of Teachers of Mathematics, Khan Academy Teacher Community, Desmos Classroom Community, Mathematics Stack Exchange, Illustrative Mathematics Community, and American Mathematical Society. That's all for my part.